Hi everyone, I wish your day is fine. Here we are together again with the second session of your new Hello book, and we are still together in Unit 1. We will have the second part of this unit, and we will start with Lesson 4. Lesson 4, you will meet the reading part, and it will be a perfect story about a girl which is called Heidi. And after that, you will meet another story about a famous person. I will not tell you the name of her right now. And then we will have some notes, and we will, at the end, we will finish the session by answering some questions. So let's start with Lesson 4, and let's have the story of Heidi, and let's see what happened with her. After reading the story, you will put these pictures in the correct order. You will try to order these pictures A, B, and C in the right correct. And to start with what happened with Heidi, how was her life, and did she stay in her house or did she move to another house, and was she happy in the first house or was she excited to move out of her house? Let's see what happened with Heidi. Heidi is the story of an orphan girl. Can you guess what does it mean, orphan? You can go to see what does it mean, orphan. Orphan is a child with no father or mother. Maybe they are dead. So Heidi was an orphan girl. She has no father or mother. She goes to live with her grandfather in Switzerland. Her grandfather is an old man. He lives in a small house in the mountains, and he has lots of goats, like this picture. Heidi sleeps in a bed in the attic of the house. And if you want to know what does it mean, the word attic, you can look at this picture. You will guess that the word attic means a room at the top of a house. So Heidi sleeps in a bed in the attic of the house. She drinks goat's milk and eats bread and cheese. Every day she walks in the mountains with the goats, her grandfather and her friend Peter. She sees birds and flowers. She's very happy. So until now, we discovered that Heidi was so happy of her life with her grandfather because she was playing with Peter and the goats, and she was looking at the birds and flowers. She was very happy. But one day, Heidi's aunt arrives and takes her to the city. Heidi doesn't like the city, and she's very sad to be away from her grandfather, Peter, and the goats. Heidi has lots of adventures in the city. So, can you guess what happened with her in the city? Was she happy or sad there? Did she try to do a lot of things in the city, and did she enjoy that or not? By the way, while reading, we met this word, adventure. What does it mean, adventure? Adventure means an unusual, exciting, or dangerous experience you try. So can you guess, would Heidi find some adventures to do in the city? And would she like to live in the city more than the countryside? Try to guess what happened with her at the end. And by the way, In lesson 5 in your student book, you will find some other questions and some of exercises about this reading lesson. And after that, we will go to lesson 6 to have the true story of, the famous person here, the famous girl, which is called Habiba Marzouk. We will read about Habiba Marzouk, and after reading, you will answer this question: which sport makes her happy? After reading, we will talk about these words and we will know what does it mean. Habiba Marzouk achieves her dreams, and from the picture you can guess that the word achieve here means that she was successful girl. She got a lot of medals. She was successful to do her dreams. And let's start about her life. Habiba Marzouk is a gymnast. She's 18 and lives in Cairo with her family. Habiba has a very busy life. She goes to school and she studies hard. In the evenings, she trains for 5 or 6 hours. She's a top gymnast in Africa and she wants to go to the Olympics. Habiba's family always helps her. She eats healthy food so that she can stay strong. Gymnastics is a difficult sport, but it makes her happy. So do you remember the question? Which sport makes her happy? Of course, your answer will be gymnastics. So what does it mean, gymnastics? The word gymnastics means a kind of sports in which you do physical exercises that develop your body's strength, and you can bend your body easily, and you can use everything in your body to move easily. So that was the sport which makes her happy. And by the way, this is the name of the sport. What about the player of the sport? So if you want to talk about the player of gymnastics, you will say that she is a gymnast. It means a person who performs gymnastics, especially in a competition. And we said that Habiba wants to go to the Olympics. So that means that she's professional and she performs gymnastics in a competition. And by the way, do you remember that word, achieve? Yeah, so from this sentence, can you guess, is it verb, noun, or adjective? Habiba Marzouk achieves her dreams. So of course, it's a verb, means to succeed in doing something. So Habiba Marzouk was successful in doing her dreams. True. And Habiba has a very busy life. Can you guess from this sentence? Does Habiba have a lot of free time? Or she has a very busy life? So of course the word busy means having a lot to do and not free to do something else. She is always busy and doing a lot of things. So she wasn't free, but she has a very busy life. And the last verb here, in the evenings, she trains for 5 or 6 hours. So we asking about the verb train. Here we are using the word train as a verb, which means to prepare yourself for an activity or a sport by doing exercises. So she was hard worker and she was training for 5 or 6 hours. After reading about Habiba Marzouk and after reading about Heidi's life in the story in lesson 1, in lesson 4, we can go to some notes. We can focus on that part. We have some words that end in ICS, which is used as a singular noun, like the word physics, mathematics, gymnastics, athletics. So if you want to make a sentence using the word gymnastics, you can say this sentence. You can see that gymnastics is a difficult sport. So that means that the words that are ending with ICS, you feel that this is a plural word because it ends with S. But by the way, this is a singular word. You will say gymnastics is, physics is, mathematics is, athletics is. So we will use these words as a singular noun. And by the way, athletics here, I can say that the player of athletics are athletes. They work hard to balance their school, studies or work, their sport, and their friends and family. And by the way, we have a writing tab. While writing a paragraph, you need to focus on that punctuation marks. Start each sentence with a capital letter. Don't forget this. Use a capital letters for names, cities, days of the week, and a lot of things, other things, like countries, like nationalities, like famous places, like famous persons. And you need to end your sentence with a full stop or exclamation mark or question mark. You need to end your sentence with a mark. After this part, you can go with me to choose the correct answer from A, B, C, or D. Number 1, Muhammad sometimes space computer studies at school. Muhammad is a singular subject, so of course it will be Muhammad sometimes has computer studies at school. Yes, you are perfect. Number 2, we always space TV in the evening. We always watching, watch, watches, to watch. The right answer, of course, it will be watch. Yes, great. Number 3, did you notice that we are talking about present simple right now? Yeah. Number 3, Ali space eat too much rice. It's a good habit. So we can say the right answer is Ali don't, of course not. Ali isn't eat, of course it's wrong. The right answer is Ali doesn't eat too much rice. Number 4, Mona space English well. Mona speak or Mona speaks or Mona are speaking or Mona speaking. So the right answer, do you remember? He, she, or it, or any singular subject, we need to add s or es to the verb. So Mona speaks. Yes, great. Number 5, my father sometimes space me to the zoo. I'm talking about my father, so this is a singular subject. So my father sometimes takes me. Yes, great. Number 6, we are. Do you remember that note? Okay, we are space 13. We are age or aged or ages or old. So I said to you last session that when you want to talk about the age, you can say like he is 12 years old or he is aged 13. So now the right answer is we are age or we are aged. Yes, you are right. We are aged 13. Number 7, my best teacher space Mr. Rida. So if I want to talk about a name of someone or something, I will say my best teacher calls, called, calling, or is called. Yeah, I feel that you can remember that I told you before that if you want to talk about the name of something or a person, you will use verb to be plus called. So my best teacher is called Mr. Rida. And to go to the last part, we need you to read these sentences and correct the underlined words. Number 1, this is mine school. Of course, there's something wrong. It's not mine, it's my school. Yes, great. This is my school. My comes before the noun. Number 2, Ahmed room is bigger than yours. There is something missing here. Can you guess the missing part here? Yeah, the right answer is Ahmed's room is bigger than yours. Number 3, the children's clothes are in the bag. So by the way, there is something wrong here. Can you remember? The right answer is children, and we will add apostrophe s. And after that, Amir father likes driving. So of course there's something missing here. The right answer is Amir's father. Number 5, whose computer is this? Of course there's something wrong here. So if I want to ask about something belongs to a person, I can use this question word, whose. Number 6, Nabil's room is bigger than you. So if I'm talking about something belongs to you, it will be Nabil's room is bigger than yours. Great. Number 7, we always shares things with each other. So we, with the subject we, I will use shares or share. Of course, it will be share. Number 8, when does she gets up? So if I'm using here the helping verb does, can I use the verb plus s? Of course not. It will be when does she get up? Number 9, he don't drink milk. He don't? Of course it's wrong. So the right answer is he doesn't. Yes, great. And the last sentence, does they go to school on foot? Does they? Of course there's something wrong. So the right answer, it will be do. And at that point, we can say that we finished Unit 1 in your new Hello book. I wish everything is clear for you. Next time, wait for me, and I'm waiting for you.